There are thousands of places to get a hot dog around New York City, but we've heard some of the best are served in this 100-year-old Pagoda in Westchester. It's been family owned and operated since 1919 and is the only hot dog stand in the country to be listed in the National Register of Historic Places. Today we're headed to Mamaroneck to try Walter's hot dogs.
I don't know when we decided to start going to all of these places outside the city, but this one has been recommended a ton. It's located in Mamaroneck, which is a town in Westchester, only about 20 miles north of Manhattan, but it'll probably take you a good hour if you want to drive. You can also take the Metro North to either Larchmont or Mamaroneck, and it's only about a mile walk from either of those. They're beautiful towns, so definitely worth considering if you don't have a car. But if there are any other places in Westchester or Jersey or Connecticut that you think we should try, let us know. We'd love to hit a few more before the end of the summer, but we are starving, so let's go get some hot dogs.
Walter's Hot Dogs is located in Mamaroneck, New York, and was founded by Walter and Rose Warrington in 1919. It originally sold apples from their orchard and freshly pressed apple cider alongside their now famous hot dogs. Its iconic pagoda-style building was built in 1928 and became the first hot dog stand in the country to be listed in the National Register of Historic Places in 2010. Also, just an FYI, if anyone from the National Park Services is watching this, you got their name wrong. Obviously, apple cider and hot dogs have no connection to Chinese food. The reason for the peculiar design was an architectural movement popular in the 20s and 30s called novelty architecture. As more and more people were traveling by car, store owners needed to design their shops in a way that would stand out as people drove by. Similar to the Orange Julep we went to recently in Montreal that also serves hot dogs. Walter's has remained family owned and operated for over 100 years. His son Eugene took over in the 50s and ran the company for more than 60 years. Today, Walter's great-grandchildren run the business, and added a sit-down restaurant in White Plains, as well as 5 food trucks to help get their hot dogs out to as many people as possible. They've become very popular on film sets in the area. Here you can see them on the set of one of Kristen's favorite shows, The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel.
I saw pictures of this place online, but it totally exceeds my expectations. It looks crazy.
For a hot dog stand, the menu is a lot more unique than you might think. They, of course, have their hot dogs made in-house with a combination of pork, beef, and veal, split grilled and served on a toasted bun. They have a veggie dog and the option to get any of their hot dogs on a pretzel roll or a gluten-free bun. They're well known for their potato puffs, which I'm excited to try, and you can get those on a hot dog as well. They also have chili, clam chowder, and a ton of homemade desserts. Their ice cream and Italian ices are made in-house, and you can get a ton of amazing sounding milkshakes. And we were told the funnel cake sticks are can't miss.
Mustard ketchup, puffy mustard ketchup, curly, small puff, funnel cake, chocolate covered banana, and a bottle of water.
Time for some hot dogs. The food smells incredible. I am starving, so I'm very excited to dig in. But before I do, I just wanted to tell you a little bit about the ambiance. There's this huge picnic area with lots of tables and chairs. There's plenty of parking. People are just pulling up as well, grabbing their hot dogs and milkshakes quick, and then getting back in their car, which I think is a really great convenience, being that it's right on the side of the road. But I also need to tell you about the architecture of this building. I actually love that I guess the roof like oxidized and is now this like blue-green color, and then they tied it into the rest of the building. I love the koi fish on top, and I think my favorite part is the fact that they wrote Walter's in hot dogs that look like Chinese calligraphy. I don't know, I just feel like it's such a fun way to combine like the architecture of the building with the food that they serve. Speaking of the food, let's dig in.
We wanted to try as much of the menu as possible, so we got one of their single hot dogs, a double hot dog, a Puffy Dog, which basically is just a hot dog that comes with their fried potato puffs. We got those as well. Their curly fries, which are supposed to be amazing, and their funnel sticks. We were having a hard time deciding between the cinnamon funnel sticks and the powdered sugar funnel sticks, but they recommended we just go for the powdered sugar, so I'm very excited to try those. But basically the difference between these is because these hot dogs are split grilled, they're basically cut in half and then grilled on both sides of the hot dog, which is supposed to like give them a little bit more char. I would say it doesn't really look like it's all that crispy and charred. It looks like it's cooked just about how any other hot dog would be cooked. And the difference between the single and the double is basically because they're cut in half, they're able to fit 2 hot dogs on 1 bun. So if you like your hot dog a little bit more meat forward than bun forward. So we figured we'd try both and let you guys know which one our favorite is. Also, we got it with their homemade mustard and ketchup. They said that's just the best way to get it. They also have chili too, if you want chili on your hot dog, but let's give it a try. It might not look like much, especially because of the way it's cut in half, but it is fantastic. I think the thing that I like about it most is the mustard. It's just a perfect blend of spicy. There's a little bit of tang from the relish that's in there. The ketchup, I think, is pretty standard, like Heinz ketchup. The one thing is I feel like this one isn't really grilled to the point that it's like a little bit charred. Like you don't really get any of that Maillard on this specific hot dog, which I kind of feel like is the point of cutting it in half. So maybe this one just needed to be cooked like a little bit more, but it's still really good.
I don't know if I just haven't had a hot dog in a while or if I'm super hungry or what, but this is really, really incredible. Like, way better than I was expecting. The hot dog just has this flavor to it that is so unique. I think you can kind of tell that it's a mix of a few different meats.
You can see how much meat is in this hot dog. It looks hilarious. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this. I wonder what the most common order is here because I like this one way more than the single. Also, I think this one was just cooked a little bit better. Like the hot dogs in these other two have like a more charred interior. I think that the buns are pretty typical hot dog buns. Like I wouldn't be surprised if these are essentially just like store-bought hot dog buns. So there's nothing really exciting about the hot dog buns. That's why I really feel like the double is where it shines because not only do you get more of that char flavor, you also get to taste the difference between these and like a regular hot dog because these are, I think, a veal, pork, and beef blend. So they're very unique. They're kind of sweet, coupled with that spicy mustard. Honestly, I kind of wish that we didn't get the ketchup because I feel like the ketchup is just a plain flavor and it kind of detracts from how interesting and unique that mustard is.
If the single was that good, I'm very excited for the double.
I feel like this whole video is gonna sound so sexual.
For some reason, the single was better to me. Funny this is the double meat because all I'm tasting is ketchup. It's delicious, but I just think the ketchup is a little too overpowering on this one.
Last but certainly not least, this Puffy Dog. It's essentially just a single with one of these potato puffs on it. I have no idea how I feel about this, but let's give it a try. I like it a lot, honestly. I feel like the potato puff isn't as crispy as I would like it to be. Like these look like they're gonna be really crispy and delicious. You also don't really get the texture from the hot dog being charred like you did with the double, but there's something about the flavor of that potato puff with the hot dog that I just think is fantastic. The only way I think it could be improved is if the potato puffs were a little bit crispier, but otherwise you get these delicious, soft, buttery potato bites with that hot dog. Honestly, way better than I expected. If I had to rank these, I'd probably still do the double first and then this one, but this is a close second for me.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but there's just something about this one I really don't love. I think it's just a little too mushy. You don't really taste the meat. And I also just feel like the potato puff doesn't really complement the hot dog. Like you said, if it was crunchier, I think it would definitely add like the textural component that it needs, but I don't know, not my favorite. Funny you said you liked the single the least because I think my favorite was the single, the double, and then the puff.
Time to try these potato puffs. These things are nice and warm. They feel so crispy. They look almost like hush puppies or something. I'm not really sure if I'm supposed to have them with the condiments, so I think I'll try it on its own first. That's honestly crazy. It tastes like a tater tot has like mashed potatoes in it, which might sound weird. It definitely is like a potato, like a steak fry adjacent, but I think it's really good.
Yeah, definitely crunchier than when it was in the hot dog, but I'm still not the biggest fan. I just think there's like too much mashed potato inside and they're a little too mushy for me.
It's funny, the one thing that so many people told us we had to try here were the curly fries. And we've been kind of munching on these the whole time we were filming the rest of this. Obviously, you can tell this doesn't look anything like what we originally had, but I would say they're kind of just your typical like cafeteria curly fries. They are still really good. I mean, I'd get these again. They're perfectly salty, crunchy, warm, delicious, but I don't know. They're not like revolutionary or anything, but they are good.
I love those curly fry spices. You got salt, pepper, maybe a little bit of paprika. It also tastes like there's some garlic on these. Really flavorful and so nice and crunchy.
Okay, it is finally time for dessert, and I am so excited for this because we have been smelling these since the moment we pulled them out of the bag. Let's give it a try. They're still warm, which is nice, and they are just coated in sugar. Wow, this has gotta be the perfect form for funnel cake. It's just so much crispier than a normal funnel cake. It's like the perfect crispness in every bite. Delicious. I would come back here just for these.
It's like a crunchier, more vanilla forward funnel cake. It almost even tastes a little like vanilla icing. The flavor, the texture, everything's on point. I would definitely come back just for these two.
Also, we had to try a milkshake. All of their ice creams are homemade, which is pretty crazy that this place that's known for their hot dogs is making their own ice cream and Italian ices. We went with their chocolate covered banana, which just sounded fantastic. Kristen has already sipped on it a few times. That's why it's not full anymore, but let's give it a try. Wow, that's crazy. That is like the perfect banana to chocolate ratio. You can taste a little bit of that chocolate syrup in there. It's not overly thick. You can get it thicker. They have a cowboy style shake, which is just a thicker version of the milkshake. And I do feel like that was probably the move. This one's just like a little watery, I guess, but the flavors are fantastic. I don't know if this would go for all of their milkshakes, but the ratio of chocolate to banana in this is perfect.
Am I in heaven or something? These funnel cake sticks with this chocolate banana milkshake, like, can it get much better?
I low-key feel like the desserts were the best things here.
The desserts are really, really good. This is unbelievable. It's almost like they blended banana pudding and then put like chocolate syrup in it. It is delicious. The banana flavor is perfect. Look at how cute. He's munching on his French fry.
That really hit the spot. This is the perfect summer place. I can see why it's been so popular for so long. But I think my favorite three things that we had were probably the mustard and the desserts. I just wish that the hot dogs were cooked a little bit longer, but they were still fantastic. Let us know if you've ever been to Walter's and what you think of it. Make sure to like, subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and we'll see you in the next one.